Hey guys, you're watching one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a Cargo Port right here in Minecraft. We've got the sort of main building in now. Today, I want to sort of get an idea on the full layout, the full size, rough size of this port area, okay? There's a little bit more work to do in this center circle, but I'm going to leave that for the moment. There's basically like an invisible square, if you like, that's completely sort of untouched and unhindered by a lot of objects. And it's pretty much between the legs of the cranes. There's only like or at least on the cargo map, there's only a couple of crates, or what are they called, containers, sorry, in this circle here. But apart from that, it was very clear line of sight. It was a very dangerous part to try and run across because you could be seen from all sorts of sides. But then there was a road that came this way. Now this road will probably actually come in. In fact, if I grab a stone, maybe it's a good idea to sort of plan out where that would approximately go. I can put all the roads in later. Oops, later on. But we want this road to sort of come down here and into the map. Sort of half. It'll curve around that way. Frames. I do get some weird frame issues over there, and we're gonna have to go over there. So we're gonna we'll have to see how it goes there. But I'm a little bit nervous about it. Now I'm gonna have the road come along here, and it was very similar to this on the cargo map on Black Ops 2. There was a lorry. Let's just use red sand for it for the minute. There was a lorry that came across the road here, and it sort of blocked you from getting out of bounds. And then there was a building, we'll use another block for this. There was a building that you couldn't access. You could only access a little bit of this road. I think you could actually go inside this building, but it was like a very unused part of the map. Like no one ever went in it or anything like that. And that came to round about there. It's just a very rough estimate to give us an idea on if we have to increase land or if we have to make it small and stuff like that. And then there was a road that came up this way that went to, I think the toll booth might have been somewhere here, in fact. Maybe even something like there and there. And it was like a toll booth that you had to drive through, and this is where one side of the players, one team of the players would spawn in the match. They would sort of spawn in here and they would run down that way. For us, what we might do is I might have this loop back to here and have like a T-junction there, and this will be sort of like an entrance exit sort of system of roads. And then what we want to have is a road that comes down here, and that doesn't go quite into the map. As I said, we want to keep that sort of area relatively clean with a lot of line of sight for it. But then there was a building that was also here, which I don't think you could go in. In fact, this building might have actually been out of bounds. I can't remember. There was a building somewhere here. I'm going to do a building here. Anyway, we're not, as I said, we're not building an exact replica. We're just using it as a rough sort of inspiration guide. But there was a little building there. There was sort of a bigger building here. And then in the middle here was just crates. I think there was a line of, no, there was, you could walk up somewhere here and get on top of the crates. Then this side, I'm going to do a road. The reason why I'm doing roads is because, oh, here we go. You see, this is the area. This is what happens in this area. If I walk back that way, it'll just like take a couple of seconds and then we're fine again. I don't know what that is. Is that, you Minecraft techie guys, is that a problem with the map? Like with the chunks? The cruise ship is over there. I wonder if I reduce my render distance when I stand there, if it'll help. Because I think my render distance is only on about 7 or 8 chunks at the minute. Because when I had it at like 12, the cruise ship was in. I wonder if it is the cruise ship that's causing all of these problems. It probably is. It also happens over there though, which is weird. But anyway, we need roads leading to this area because I like to think that the crane here, lorries can drive here. And then the lorries will sort of sit underneath it, and then the crane would like rotate it and drop the cargo ship on top, and then the lorry could drive out again. That's the sort of look that that's the sort of thing that I want with this. That's how I would use that crane for lorries. So we want at least a couple of entrances and exits on. Who probably want to move it a little way away from that leg. And again, we don't want to go too close to the circle. Then there was some crates in this sort of area. Oh, yeah, hang on. Let's drop my render distance. I'm going to just drop my render distance right down for the moment. Let's just do 3 chunks. Okay, that did solve it. To me, that says it's the cruise ship, because the cruise ship's over that direction. Let's just go up a little bit. I want to keep the cruise ship out of range. But I want to be able to see a little bit. Oh, I remember when I had to like run Minecraft on like render distance of 1 back on my laptop when I first got it many years ago. Okay, that's too far out. Oops. So, road comes out here. There's a few crates sort of scattered around this area. And then I'm going to make this road connect up to this one. Now, we don't need to do the roads like that, you know, with the double yellow lines. There doesn't really need... I suppose we could do double yellow lines on it, but there wouldn't really be too much of a need to, because it's not like people are just going to be coming in here and parking anywhere anyway. We might sort of make up some sort of different design or something like that. Anyway, this is where on the cargo map the edge of the water actually is. There's a building, inaccessible building. It was somewhere here. We'll do it in like a T shape. That's a little bit close. That's probably a little bit close to the road anyway. We'll do it back here. I'm going to do like a little T-shaped building that you couldn't go in. You could hide behind it. Like you could actually... if you were very careful. I used to always fall in the water if I wasn't too careful. I might do it like I'm going to do it like a mini T. So it's like shorter on this side. I think that's a cool shape. This is all water here on the map. And you could come around here if you were really careful and sort of... I think the building would have ended around about here. And sort of try and snipe people on the edge there. But it was really risky. And you couldn't... If someone came running at you, it was really hard to get away, because it was very easy to fall off the edge. Okay. I will probably shift that building back a little bit, because we'll want the road to come down the front. How cool is that? Oops. How cool is that looking on the map? Why is it white on the map? Oh, yeah, of course it would be, because it's actually grey above it, isn't it? Yeah. That's looking pretty cool, though, right? Oh, you got to admit that. Okay, so then this area came out down here. This was more of a path than a road on Black Ops. There wasn't really much of a road here. But I'm going to do it as a road. It's going to come back in here. It's going to sort of come back down this way and around here. And this is roughly where the opposing team would spawn. They would spawn on this side. So we had one at the sort of toll booth, or ow, hit my elbow, on that side, and one on the other side. And then I suppose how do we get like the lorries back? We shall just have a road that goes back to the middle, like that. I don't know if I'll make it in line with that road. I might make it in line with that road. That could look neat, couldn't it? It would look pretty neat if they were in line. Yeah, this road here will be mostly for the ships that come in. I'll probably reduce this down a little bit. In fact, I'm pretty sure that the cargo map, it had like almost like a T shape on this side. It was like this part was all missing. And then you would spawn in this area, and this part was all missing. Let's try and get it roughly in line, like that. So it was just like this sort of sticking out area, and I suppose ships could. I suppose ships could park around this area, and then be unloaded by whatever. I don't know how they were unloaded. There was no on the map. There was no like crane to get them off here, but I'm sure there was some sort of. There must be some sort of mechanism to get the crates off the ships from when they dock in. That's sort of for loading and sorting, I think. Okay, this is pretty good. And then there was a bunch of crates there. This is a little bit close to the edge, but this is just sort of a rough layout at the moment. And then there was a pathway, a route that you could run through into the middle here. And I think you could run through a crate. You could run through a crate diagonally and get up a little bit of an elevation up here as well, and sort of look down here. It's actually like looking pretty pretty close to. We're only using it for inspiration, but it's actually sort of having that same feel still. I suppose it would be a smart idea to get the roads down, right? Now, how do we get the road up onto this level? We need to go up only one block. But where do we make that incline happen? Do we just have the incline go up here? I think it might be best, in fact, to have the incline in line with the andesite there, or the andesite texture block there. So if I had this like that, slab, no, not that one, that one, along this layer. I'm not going to worry about the double yellow lines and the white lines or anything like that yet. I'm not that bothered about it. And then this comes up here, so we have this sort of incline up. It's a little bit of a sharp incline. Maybe I could increase that by adding just one block there. I think every 2 slabs when it goes up is probably a good amount. Oops. And then that joins up there. I could probably add like 5 blocks or so. And then if we fill all of this area in now, place area with 1 and 2. This can go away. This is just an old copy and paste stick that I didn't quite get in line, so I had to sort of bend it. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Road comes down here, down that way. Is there any sort of easy way to do this? If I keep the road the same width, which is including the double yellow lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 blocks wide total. I think we need to keep it 9 blocks wide, even though it's probably not going to have. It's not going to have double yellow lines, is it? No, I'm not going to put the double yellow lines in. I think it's going to make it look too much in a city if we have the double yellow lines in it. But it's still going to be the same width. We're just going to have normal stone there instead of the double yellow lines to keep it that width, because it's lorries. They're pretty big vehicles. So it's 9 blocks wide. The corners are always tricky to do. But if we make this the full 9 block wide width, like that, and for the moment we're just going to have square corners, set stone, and then I can round them off at a later date. So we then come through here. Now we want 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're just missing that building there. We're just missing that building there. That's hilarious. Total mistake. Or total luck, not mistake. Total luck. But this road fits beautifully between those 2 rough layouts there. Set stone. Woo. So the road comes through there. We need to extend the grey here to compensate for all of this. I suppose I could cut the coast back so the water was actually here. Or I could just make it so. I think I just want the ground to come out more, to be honest. So something like there. Set 1, 1, 2. Undo. Replace air with 1, 1, 2. I'll do that, and then I keep the building spot in there. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget where it was and lose it, and then it's going to end up looking different. In this space here, I might like chisel away again and make this more air, or I might add more buildings there. Don't know. If you guys can come up with any ideas that I've sort of missed so far that you think I've forgotten about, then just let me know in the comment section. Oops. And we can sort of think about adding them. Okay, so down here, I've gone way too far. Set 1, 1, 2. We want to go from here, and that's going to be bang in line with the front of this building, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the middle point. 1, 2, 3, and then that one. set stone. Same as down here. We probably want to have a little bit of room around that leg. I don't want to get the lorries too close to there. 2, 3, 4, middle. 1, 2, 3, 4. The curves are what's gonna be the hardest. I'm hoping that by doing the sort of straight parts first, it'll make it a little bit easier. Okay, if we made that where the middle is there, that means it's that one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoop, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we went one block too far there. Down this way, we're a little bit sort of off. We were too close to the water. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, middle point, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down this line here. And then I said that it would be nice to have it in line. So if we do this one first, I can then keep the sort of everything in line. That one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Middle point, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down this line right here. I'm gonna. Oops, I think it was that one, wasn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Middle, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So then if we keep this one in line here. Let's stop there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Middle point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down this line. And then we're perfectly in line. We went a little bit too far there. Okay. That's what we're looking at. Oh, hello, funky map. Why is the map doing that? There we go. It's slowly fixing itself. There's a sort of layout. I think it's looking pretty good. I think we've got a really cool shape. It's a sort of different shape. It's not just a big square, boring blob. We've got some sort of road access coming through here. I really like how the road on the map finishes underneath the circle. That's really cool. I don't know. Oops, I saved. I done a screenshot. Maybe this road should continue through and we have some sort of edging. I don't know. I don't know how I want this road to end yet. I don't know how I want to sort of finish that part of the road off. I really don't. Oh, and there's a little road here as well that needs to come in. We have that one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Middle point, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that can come out to there as well. And that one finishes underneath that. That's really, really cool how that looks on the map. Now, what else? We've got all that. I actually done some notes for this episode, so I didn't forget anything. That was pretty much it that I sort of had planned out, which is like, you see, as though we're almost out of time. Let me get all of the road markings in, and I'll be back, okay? Sounds good. Ah, the map is melting! It's looking really, really cool. It's so annoying putting down road markings because Minecraft doesn't like turns. So when you try and put like a line in the middle of the turn, it just doesn't like it. It's Minecraft does diagonally badly. So curves are just really, really bad. But I think I've got a nice curve on all the corners here. So you can see on the map, we've got, let's get one that isn't like all glitched out. Can I do it like that? No, it's still glitchy. There we go. You can see the road system now. I really like how it's all nice and wiggly now on the edges of the corners. It's a lot of work to do, but I think it really does help it. I think it really sort of brings out that sort of extra feature to it. This was such a mess. It still is such a mess. There's just nothing you can do with the road markings to make it better. It's just it's as good as it's gonna get. But I'm happy about it. Now I think T1 is a lorry. Now, there's a bunch of different types. That one, see, to me, that almost looks like it's got a container loaded onto the back already. Because there are some ones. Does it just say, like, empty? Like, let's just grab a few of them. No, not that one. Oh yeah, I can just put it in the hand and I can see, can't I? There we go. So, to me, it looks like that one doesn't have a container on, but that one does. Do you know what I mean? Like that could work. And obviously we can drive all these as... Oops, I placed a block. Hello? There it was. That means I broke a block. These are so hard to break though. Like some of the hitboxes on these things are quite easy to find. Some of them are really hard. The boats are the worst. But let's give this a go. Oh, this does not turn at all. I can't even... I was like, oh, I'll go left then. Alright, I'll go right. It turns better in reverse than it does going forward. Okay, and stop. And around you go. Oh, wow. Why does this not turn? Does the other one turn? Is it just like that one is like all messed up? No, this one doesn't do much better. Well, let's try and follow. Let's go outside. Oh, I can't. You can only go inside. Break! It seems to turn better the faster you go. Now, the roads in this city that I'm building is left-hand drive because I live in the UK, so it's easier for me to wrap my head around driving on the left rather than driving on the right, which is why I'm on the left side of the road. It might look a little bit weird to some of you guys, but to me, it's all correct and dandy. There we go. Look at that bad parking. Give him a parking ticket. But look, no, we can make it round the corners. We can make them round the corners. Can we make it out? I'm going to go straight over and out because it gives me more corners to try and get round. So I'm going to come across here. Well, I should have checked me left and rights really, shouldn't I? And not just went around here. And then this is a really tight corner if you want to turn left. I think it's too tight for us to turn left, yeah. So you have to come out of here if you come from that direction and turn right. Otherwise, it's just too tight. Hey, look at this road. I knew there was a corner like this that I'd forgotten about. Like an update. Look. I knew there was one that I had missed. Way back on like episode 1. I knew that there was a road that I missed. I think this is... No, the inside is fine. The outside was wrong. Yeah. I done that one not too long ago, but I knew there was a road somewhere that I'd forgot to do it on. It was just in my head for months it's been. Oh, well, that's made me happy to clear that up. Oh, and I didn't show you the crane at the end of last episode. I'm sure you've seen it all by now, but I put the wool above and below it, the grey above and below the yellow now, so it looks a lot more solid. I think it looks a lot better. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. I'll just turn the shaders on here for us. If you enjoyed it, then hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe. And we shall see you in the next episode. These roads are looking really cool.